Shalom, Akim. First off, I want to give all honor, all glory, all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, prophets, and teachers who taught us His truth. Also want to say Shalom to the Lord Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai's elect, the 144,000 men, and that large great multitude of men, women, and children, on whom He have mercy on these last days. Also taking time to remind you that the RFID, CHIP, is the MOTB, and if you do take it, you have you placed in the lake of fire. Now, this dude, he talking about the Shabbat, the holy Shabbat, and how it cannot be Friday sundown to Saturday sundown, which that is correct. The Shabbat is not Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. It is based off of the new moon. Okay? Right. So now that we're here, we're going to get what he's saying. We're going to filter what he say through the scriptures, and then we're going to move on. So, let's get it.
Now that I've shown you that it's impossible for the Sabbath to fall on every Friday evening to Saturday evening, Hebrew Israelites coming to my page. If you missed my last videos, I stated that the Sabbath day is according to an Egyptian lunar calendar that Moses and the Israelites knew of as they came.
Okay, so alright, it's based off the new moon. Yeah, he's got at least that right. It ain't no Egyptian lunar calendar. It's just based off the new moon. So hey, fuck all that Egyptology or Egypt-based shit. We're not Egyptian. We're not Matazarium. We are Ban Yasharala. So, all that Egypt shit, it ain't got nothing to do with us.
Out of Egypt. I told you that the Sabbath is every 7th day in a month. That's the 7th, 14th, 21st, and 28th day of a month or new moon. But now that I've shown you this, Hebrew Israelites are stating, if you know your Bible, he said he would not make his commandments grievous, meaning it would not be complex. And we are rehearsing the righteous acts right now, brother. Doesn't have to be exact.
Okay, so yeah, Vito real Judah, yeah, he going off, man. he going off. But most of you not most, every single one of you who doesn't celebrate Shabbat according to new moon is going off, right? That's the thing. So this brother here is correct, although I don't think he knew. Well, I may have to look. Well, he said he just proved it, so let's see his proof. Let's actually finish the list.
Wait a minute. Y'all judge Christians for doing the Sabbath on Sunday, and now it doesn't have to be exact? Can someone in the comments make this make sense? Now that I've...
Yeah, it going off. Yeah, it going off. But, let's see. He said he proved it. Okay, let's see.
This is the new moon. 14 evenings later is a full moon. It doesn't change. The full moon is always on the 14th day. 7 plus 7 is 14. That is 2 Sabbaths already. God told the Israelites to kill the Passover lamb on the evening of the 14th day. That night was a Sabbath. That night was also the full moon. This isn't rocket science. Understanding this, you can never miss a true Sabbath because the phases of the moon doesn't change, which is why the first day of the month, or the new moon, is this night. You can like, follow, subscribe, comment, and share if you want to. Hope your feelings is...
Alright.
As I'm out here cutting my lawn, I'm reminded what King David wrote.
Alright, so we just dealing with the Shabbat, so let's see, you got anything else? This bullshit ass music. At the beginning of the month is a new moon, so let's go know that. Yeah, so yeah, this brother, he's correct.
Now that I've shown
on the fact that The new moon is the Shabbat. Yeah. So the new moon is what pulls in the first day of the month, and you work 6 working days, and then your Sabbath will always come in on either the new moon, the first half of moon, the full moon, the third half of moon, or new moon. According to the moon phases, the moon cycle. So let's go ahead and get that. You know. So it's Genesis chapter 1, verse 14. Said, the Elohim said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and for years." So your signs, your seasons, your days, and your years is going to come from these lights, right? "And let them be for lights in the firmament in heaven, and give light upon the earth." And it was so. And the Elohim made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. And he made the stars also. And the Elohim set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And the Elohim saw that it was good. In the evening and the morning, or the fourth day. So on the fourth day, they created the sun and the moon and the stars and all that, And they made the sun, the moon, and the stars to be signs for seasons, days, and years. So I know there it is. It's actually right on it. This is Sirach 43, and starting at verse 5, it says, "Great is the Lord that made it, and at his commandment runneth hastily. He made the moon also to serve in her season for a declaration of times, and a sign of the world. From the moon is a sign of feast, a light that decreaseth in her perfection. The month is called after her name, increasing wonderfully in her changing, being an instrument of the armies above, shining in the firmament of heaven." So the moon is always going to come in the way that she's supposed to come in. New moon phase, all the way to full moon, all the way back, the full moon being her perfection, decreaseth from her perfection. So from full moon right back to new moon, and she keeps that cycle going over and over and over again. That's how you know you're in which month you're in, or if you're in a Shabbat, or your month changes. Even the Gad brothers, Native Americans, Gad brothers, what would they say? Many moons ago, moons ago. So they don't say month, it goes off of the moon. So the moon and the month simultaneous. I want to say, let me just look this up. This is Psalms 81. Starting at verse 3, it says, "Blow up the trumpet in the new moon in the time appointed on our solemn feast day. For this was a statute for Israel and the law of the God of Jacob." So the new moon is a Shabbat. And you can count the new moon for your festivals. You can find that in the law. How do you know, just like the brother said, to slaughter your lamb on the evening, on that evening on the 14th day? How you know that? Or let's say you lost at sea and you come washed up on an island and you wake up. How you know it's Friday to Saturday? You wouldn't. How would you know what the Shabbat was? You look up and you see the moon. And if the moon is in her phase where she's either a full moon, half a moon, or a new moon, then you know you got a Shabbat. Yeah. I pretty much, put this to bed, but It's Amos 8:5. It says, saying, when will the new moon be gone, that we may sell corn, and the Sabbath, that we may set forth wheat, making the ephah small and the shekel great, and falsifying the balances by deceit. So these wicked niggas in here was saying, when will the Shabbat be gone, so we can do wickedness, right? And then the best one of all, last but not least, this is Isaiah 66 in verse 23, says, and it shall pass that from one new moon to another, and from one Shabbat to another, shall all flesh come to worship before me, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And they shall go forth and look upon the carcasses of the men that have transgressed against me, for their worm shall not die, neither shall their fire be quenched, and they shall be abhorring unto all flesh. So, yep. After them ICBM nuclear missiles destroy this place and kill all you 2/3 and you wicked niggas, and the kingdom gets set right, and the earth gets put back on the right axis. I mean, everybody's gonna be, observing the Shabbat to the new moon. So, I pray this was edifying, and in these trying times in the beginnings and not the beginnings, but sort of beginnings, and the escalation of Jacob's trouble. I always quoted, but Proverbs 18:10, you run into that righteous tower and be safe, of that name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So Lord's will, this is edifying. I say shalom.